Hello, hello, hello. I'm back with another video, and this has been on my mind since last week, and I've been thinking about making a video on it. Because someone that I used to work with, they asked, not them, but someone had asked me, so how do I lose weight? Because she had mentioned that I'm really passionate about my former coworker advised that I was really passionate about, healthy eating, and that I'm full of information and things like that, and I've helped her. So she mentioned that to someone, and then they just asked me, like, how do I lose weight? And I was like, when people ask questions like that, I to me, it's like I think of the mind, body, and the spirit. Like I think of it like a full circle. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think of it like, okay, it's we're eating just for health reasons, just for diet, to lose weight. And that's one of my missions is to inspire people to take care of themselves better and to eat healthier options. And of course, you're going to have your own preferences on what you prefer. You may want to, still eat meat, but then just eat higher quality food and more organic, more locally grown food, meaning food, produce that's locally grown in your area, you know. Or you may want to become vegetarian or vegan or raw vegan or whatever. So whatever your choice, whatever's your preference, whatever's your lifestyle, whatever resonates with you. But one of my missions or what I want to do is just inspire people that yes, take care of yourself. You can heal yourself, but understand that it's more to it than just the food. It's more to it than just the diet. It's more to it than just losing weight. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for me, I've always been tiny. I've always been petite. And I was amazed at how even when you think that you will never get smaller, you will get smaller. I am smaller than what I was when I was eating meat. But I really didn't lose that much weight from the time that I was vegetarian. Eating meat to the time that I was vegan. Honestly, I didn't lose as much weight. My face might have got smaller or things like that. Or when I stopped eating bread as much, I didn't get bloated as much. Stuff like that. But the weight really didn't change as much. It's just that I guess I lost water weight, or I don't know what to call it. But I just didn't seem as I can't explain it. Like, how sometimes your face may just be fuller and it slims down, stuff like that. But it wasn't like major. It was when I went raw that I started to, people really started to notice a difference. And some people were actually concerned. And I'm like, really? You're concerned about me, but look what you eat. And that's what I be thinking in my head. But it's just like, you know what? This is not worry about it. But but back to what I was saying. So when I decided to change my diet, it was more so, yes, it was for health reasons, but what got me was when Russell Simmons in his book Do You, he's pretty much said, you don't think about how that chicken got on your plate. It looks good, but you don't think about that. You don't think about the karma behind that. And that really got to me because I'm really into metaphysics. I'm really into things that you don't see and energy and all that stuff. So when he said, I was like, dang, that's deep. And that put a plan in my head, planted a seed in my head, thinking to myself like, yo, this is something I want to do in the future. And I did eventually do it. And it was all divine timing. But when I became raw vegan, it became more full circle of the reason why I went raw vegan. And it was just like why I went vegan, why I stopped eating meat. I understood that it was spirituality. It was in my calling to do so. I was supposed like it was that's part of my mission, especially with what I want to do. I have to be, I know that I have to be disciplined. I have to be focused, and I just feel more connected to nature, and that's what it is. But back to what I was saying about, um, you know, one of my missions is to, like, for people to see, yes, it's important to, lose weight for your health, and, and things like that. But it's deeper than that. It's so that you can have more, when your body, is ingesting more foods that are connected to the earth, you know, then you are more closer to who you truly are as a person. And that, man, that leaves so much room for creativity. It's so deep. It just leaves so much room for creativity. But back to what I was saying, and this also makes me think of, like, what I have talked about in regards to me having meal plans. And I know that a lot of people need help with that. You know that you want to eat healthier. You just don't know where to start. You don't have any support system. You don't know what to buy, And that's why I do provide services as far as general meal plans, or even from people who just want healthier options, not necessarily want to stop eating meat, but want healthier options, all the way to raw vegan. And if you wanted to go a step further and have it to where you have your own personalized meal plan, which I would recommend, because it comes with a questionnaire. And with that questionnaire, this is where I'm getting at to what that initial question that the person asked me in regards to how do you lose weight. Because to me, I have to look at it from a full spectrum. I have to really see what's in your mind. Like, what do you think? How you answer questions. Because to me, it's about the mind, body, and spirit. We all have different relationships in regards to food. We all grew up differently. We all, some of us grew up down south, some of us grew up north, and the culture is different. How we eat is all different. Some people may have grown up on nothing but microwavable foods, and, stuff that you just pop in the oven that's frozen. Then they may never grew up, and some people may have grown up in it where they've always had home cooked meals, and they've always had organic things, or they always, their food was always grown somewhere locally or something like that. Or, some people may have, grew up in an environment where they didn't really have that much food, and so when they did get food, whatever food it was, they just ate it. It's just different. It's just really, to me, I have to look at somebody. When somebody asks me the question, how do I lose weight? It's like, it's so many factors that go into that. I gotta know what's your mind, what is in your mind, because that's a big thing. That's where it stems from, the mental. Because let me tell you, even for me, like, when I stopped eating, because when you go from vegan to raw vegan, it's definitely, the convenience of grabbing something to eat outside of your home is not as easy. You could kind of tweak it a little bit. You can definitely tweak it a little bit when you're vegan. But when you're eating raw vegan, you gotta be very careful, because you might be eating any and stuff that you ain't supposed to be eating. Trust and believe it. That's just the risk of eating out or whatever, or eating someone's house definition of raw may be different from your definition of raw. So that's what you have to put in account. You got to look at people's lifestyles. How many meals does somebody eat per day? You got to look at how's the environment they live in. Do everyone in the household eats the same? Or does this person, who influences, like, especially when it comes to couples, like, who influences each other? You know what I'm saying? It's so many dynamics that you have to look at when you look at how to lose weight. Because sometimes somebody might be doing the right things but still struggling with their weight. That's when I say it's a lot to do with the emotional, the mental too. You have to put that in account. So that's why I do have meal plans that are more personalized, so that I can get more insight on what can help you or whatnot. And I also have consultations too, where you can do a consultation separately, where you may not be sure where you want to start at. You just want to talk about it and have support, or a consultation with the meal plan also. So I do have those on the website at Love Infinite Nature if you want to find out more information about that. But that just made me think about that, because I remember the person, he was a guy, he asked me, I was just like, well, I have to really sit down with you and to determine, like, you know, how you can lose weight. Because to me, when I think about this lifestyle, I don't really think about the weight, but the weight does come off, and it's not just the weight of, you know, physical weight. It's, you know, weight of like that emotional stuff, that, you know, that emotional, that mental stuff that may be weighing you down. You know, the stress of work, the stress of home, you know, the stress, you know, there's a lot of factors that go into that. Your like your environment, where you live at, you know. There may be some environments that are more high stress and some that are not. I could tell you right now, working in an office environment can be a very high stress environment for some people, depending on what type of work it is. It can be very high stress. Just like working at, you know, even though some people may love it, working in a hospital can be very high stress too. You know, it's just, I mean, working in a lot of areas can be very high stress. Um, but that's just something that I wanted to share, because, you know, I know that a lot of times when people decide to change their diet, it's a lot of times what triggers it is something going on with their health, which is a lot of times that's your body just telling you that something needs to change. I need some attention. I need some self-care, some self-love, you know. But I hope that when, you know, when people do change their lifestyle or choose healthier options that are better for them and their families, that they understand that it's more than just the food, that it's more than just that. It's about connecting with yourself, connecting with nature, which is in essence who you are. And I just want people just to keep that in mind. But that's all that I have to say in regards to that. I will be having a update video on the liquid fast. Me and my husband are going to do that together. But everything's been going good. I'm doing well, and I hope everyone's doing well too. I'm really feeling the weather. The weather is really nice up here right now. So, but that's all that I have for now. So have a very wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.